Hi, it's Dennis Rath with Dennis Rath Home Sellers. Today we're talking about how the real estate landscape has changed with the new rules on compensation. Choosing Dennis Rath Home Sellers is the smartest decision, and here are the reasons why. First, who is the broker? A lot of people use the term broker and real estate agent interchangeably, as if they were the same thing. They are not. When you sign a real estate contract, whether it's a buying contract or a selling contract in Ohio, you're not only dealing with an agent, you're dealing with the broker of the real estate company. In Ohio, it's called a broker principal agreement. The question you need to ask is, who is that broker? Where are they located? In some companies, the broker could be on the east side of Cleveland, or could be miles away in Columbus or Cincinnati. Some are not even in Ohio at all. This means when you sign with some companies, you're often several layers removed from the person who holds the authority in your contract. At Dennis Rath Home Sellers, you're dealing with the primary broker. Personalized service with unmatched dedication. At Dennis Rath Home Sellers, you're not just another listing, you're my top priority. Unlike large firms where your property could get lost in the shuffle, I've dedicated my and my partner's full attention and energy, expertise to your unique needs. From the initial consultation to the final closing, I ensure your home receives the spotlight it deserves, maximizing the potential on the marketing and securing the best possible outcome for you. Like building a house, every brick in a real estate deal needs to be laid just right. With the recent changes on how compensation can and cannot be advertised, both buyers and sellers have more flexibility when negotiating the fees. This gives you more control. It also introduces a level of complexity to the transaction. This is where my 30 years of experience can truly make the difference. I'm here to help you navigate the changes, ensuring your costs are kept low, interests are fully protected, and you achieve the best possible outcome. I have to let you know what's going on behind closed doors. Many brokers and agents, particularly those representing buyers, are feeling pressure from these changes. A study from the National Association of Realtors indicates 72% of today's real estate agents primarily represent home buyers. And 1 in 4 of those agents may be leaving the industry in the next 24 months. Along with the push to lower buyers' agent compensation, this is putting a heavy financial burden on larger brokerages. Before the internet, it was considered to be a competitive advantage to have an office in every community. So now these brokers are looking at the massive overhead of maintaining 30, 40, and in some cases 60 offices filled with staff, equipment, as well as the utilities. Imagine the overhead involved in running these operations, and now they're dealing with shrinking revenue. I understand this pressure is pushing some brokers to try to keep both sides of the transaction in-house in an attempt to offset the losses, which could create conflicts of interest called dual agency. This is where the same broker represents both parties in the transaction, the buyers and the sellers. This could blur the lines of representation and leave you questioning whose interests are really being served. At Dennis Rath Home Sellers, I avoid such conflicts by not practicing dual agency. My sole focus is on representing you with unwavering loyalty, integrity, ensuring your best interests are front and center. The power of marketing without the unnecessary overhead. Having been part of the global real estate franchise, Realgy, for 25 years, I understand high costs associated with being with a big broker doesn't always lead to the best result for the client. That's why I decided to go on my own. The internet has leveled the playing field, allowing me to highlight your home on all of the same predominant websites as the other brokerages, and even advertising, thanks to my MLS agreement, on their website, giving you the competitive advantage of being exposed everywhere without the burden of excessive overhead costs. We believe that having offices full of empty desks in every community is an unnecessary expense that we're not going to have, so we don't have to pass it on to you. Instead, we are efficient. We cover all of Ohio from our office located on Lorain Avenue, right across from St. Angela's. Unlike many of our competitors who own title companies and mortgage companies, we decided to partner with seasoned professionals to provide you with the best services. We've also invested in professional top-tier photography, cutting the corners. You won't be seeing us using iPhones. We're not going to cut corners by using iPhones to take your pictures. We want to ensure that you have the best presence on the internet. Dennis Rath Home Sellers. I avoid issues entirely by operating with a low overhead, focused solely on your best interest, without divided loyalties or unnecessary costs. My bottom line is, does it help the client? And it is a win-win for the company and the client. The time is now. As the real estate market adapts to these new rules, now's the perfect time to take advantage of the personalized service and full market exposure that Dennis Rath Home Sellers can provide you. I'm here to help or to provide expert guidance and dedication that you deserve. After all, wouldn't you rather deal with the person in charge rather than wait for your agent to check with their superiors? I believe in transparency and direct communication, ensuring your concerns are addressed immediately and effectively. You're going to have my cell phone. Let's discuss on how I can help you navigate the real estate landscape with confidence and success. Please give me a call, 440-289-7284. Let's get started on achieving the best possible outcome for your sale.